Everybody showing up. Singles playing through the drum. Celebrating the life of Christ. Cheering up until Christmas night. Granny, guava, berry and ice. Till midnight. Hear the music coming on. Come on, up. Rocking that the song is me. Project X and the canto. Culture music make you weak.
Well, Mr. Cowley, can you tell us a bit about the band? Brief background?
Yes, way back in 2009, started working on the A wing. I met with Ramon George, who's a fellow inmate, and we were interacting with music. I'm a lover of music. I'm a singer, songwriter, and I said to him, "Let us get together and start a band." He said he's in for it. I started to bring in my instruments, and we started working out at evening times. And I must say I will give thanks to Mr. Sergeant Daniel, who was my supervisor on A-Wing and still is today. He has supported me 100% in seeing this program get to where it is today. And we are moving from good to great each day.
Can you tell us about the name of the band, Project X? How did you come up with it?
That was actually a joint decision between myself, Kelvin Pope, Kamal Mead, Ceylon Forbes, and at the time Kevin Sweeney was here. And we came up with a name, because it's like basically X meaning any possibility, anything can happen. We ain't just trying to form something around just basically being a box. We're trying to be out the box. So what this is Project X is actually a brand that exists outside, but they just have a branch within the prison. So that's how we work in it.
So how many inmates are currently in the band?
Well, we have just the four that I mentioned before. Kamal Mead, myself, Kelvin Pope, and Ceylon Forbes, because Chinovia Thomas was here, but she left, she went home. So It's currently only 4, and we're trying to get some others to take part in it too.
So what type of genre do you classify your music?
Oh, everything, everything you could think about, from gospel, reggae, rap, everything. Cause have a lot of guys around here that they write poems and they just have some real raw talent, and we just try to harness it in every way that make them feel comfortable. So by doing that, we end up having to interchange between every genre that we could speak of.
We'll now be speaking with Miss Melissa Potter about the Rehabilitation Unit and what's next for the Project X Band.
We have a rehabilitation unit that is fully functional and productive. As you know, we offer rehabilitative and academic classes that persons here participate in on a weekly basis. We also have talent beyond measure. We have a lot of diamonds in the rough. That's what I say. When I came here, I realized the kind of potential that we have in these young people. I look at this rock. See this rock? When I first found it, it was very dirty. It was beyond repair. Some would say, looking at it, you will never see that there would be something so beautiful that came out of it. When I clean it up, look at how beautiful it looks. And this is exactly what I see here at Her Majesty's prison. A lot of potential just waiting to be polished, to be shined. I only hope that when time permits and they return to society, they are received as valued citizens who deserves a fair chance. However, the heart of the matter is this, is that it's up to them to make the best of their renewed opportunity to life upon release.
Mr. George, what is the main drive, or what was the main drive for forming the band?
Well, basically the drive was just the love of music, the love of being creative. That actually is it there. That just sum it up, the creative drive, just sitting down. And when I was in school, my teachers used to ask me if I go bang and everything, because I constantly tapping and music hours in my head. So, and I didn't realize it until, unfortunately, I ended up in prison. But, we take it now and we harness it. And through my blessings and my knowledge and stuff, I try to bless the others who I could see the talent and stuff protruding through all this smoke. That's why I like to call it the smoke, the noise of the wall, So it comes through and I see it, and not really beg, but I ask them, if they're willing to learn. And a lot of them actually come and ask me to, teach them the drums, the keyboard, how to record, and the computer and stuff. And I just take it up. So my drive actually is the betterment of us who fell in this situation.
You also have a musical background. Your father was Mr. Elvino Seafood George, who we recently honored for Culture Week. Can you tell us a bit about his inspiration in the music and how it drove you to love music?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for that, Well, I've been around all my years, and he was just doing music. He was playing steel pan in the hotels. He was doing calypso shows. He was actually one of the founders and the main rocks behind Rising Stars Youth Steel Orchestra in St. Thomas and stuff, And me just growing up around it, at first I was like, this music thing, man, that ain't for me, man, I want to play sports. I used to play every sport you could think of, but I just couldn't run from it. So eventually he's telling me, you need to learn how to play keyboards and how to sing, and little that he know I already know. I just didn't used to do it, So he put me in a steel band, and from then, when I learned how to play steel pan, that was it. To see the diversity of the pan, how you could just, all kind of chords, diatonic scales, everything, jazz music, everything. And this piece of metal, that actually drive me to, want to perfect and be the best in my craft. So I take the reins and I went from there. So I ended up being a drummer. And if you ask around, probably one of the best around here, So, that's how it was. And watching my father on the TV, talking to Adi Hartley and them kind of people, it helped. It actually put things into perspective, like, especially in the Bible, it says, you do as your father does. So in another aspect, I was like, okay, and maybe that's what I mean, so let me try this, So, like I say, unfortunately, we end up in this situation. And, it actually brings a lot back into perspective, because you have time to focus. Focus is the main thing. I got to put it on the wall back here someplace, Focus. You're actually able to tune out everything that could distract you, from money to whatever you could name it, And now is your time. It's just you and God. So what are you going to do? Is either you're going to listen and go the way that he tell you to go, or you're going to ignore and keep doing the noise of the wall. Just keep out there messing around until something happen and get you. Because he can get your attention eventually, So he catch mine, and when he catch it, I can't escape. So, we take it from there.
And I'm going to share a little secret of what I heard about Ramon. I was here the other day when we were practicing, which was fun. I haven't practiced with him, is excellent. And one of the guys said, Ramon, when you came in here, you were good, But since you've been here for some time, my son, you better, much better now. And I felt so good. And Ramon responded, well, his response was, well, time, I have a lot of time on my hand. And instead of just walking around and doing nothing like some people, I decided to utilize the effects of the music that I have and the talents and share it with others. So he's kind of like our volunteer musician. And when the guys are in here, this is what he says to me. When the guys in here, Miss Potter, they're not in any trouble. So you can guarantee this is the right place. And therapeutically and rehabilitatively, it's excellent.
That's great. That sounds really awesome. Can you tell us about any original songs that the band will be creating or that we can look forward to?
Oh, well, we have a plethora of, boy, I don't even know if that's what to call it, because we have time. We actually have time to put together a lot of material, So it's just for them to get finalized. But we have some. The group Project X, when we go to the churches and stuff, we're known for the song Hold On, Love You More and More plays on the morning devotions. Those two right now, we have to do Hold On again, so it could be put out on the radio as well. We have Caribbean Christmas Joy, the song here that we just did. So basically everybody puts in the input and we come about, and it happens kind of fast because the creativity, once you put yourself in a creative and comfortable workspace, magic happens. So yeah, it just goes from there. So we have a lot to look forward to. So be ready, we come in.
And I just want to brag about Caribbean Christmas Joy. I came to them and I said to them, usually where I work at social development in the past, they've always called me because we were doing Clash of the Carolers. So every year, Miss Dolores Christopher, Honorable Dolores Christopher would call and say, Melissa, who you have for me this year? And that's how this whole thing came about. I said, well, this year, I have one and only group for you. One group alone I have for you, and that's my group. She said, what group is that? I said, well, I'm working at the prison now, and the group that is here is what we're going to feature. So she said, okay, I think they're ready. I said, I will have them ready. We had Mr. Algie McTavius come in to assist them to shape. You notice he was playing with the group, and when they play the song, you'll notice that he's also participating as a supporter. He enjoys what they're doing. He's proud of them for what they're doing, and he wants to push them as far as he can push them. He's there. So look out, December 4th, people, Christmas on Main Street. I think we'll be there from 10 to 2. Come by, participate, enjoy Christmas on Main Street, and then participate and enjoy our song, Caribbean Christmas Joy. Hopefully, as they come out, people in the community will see that they're not people from this side of paradise. I don't like to use the other term, so I call it this side of paradise. But they're people, and they need a chance. Let them fail themselves, but let us not be the ones to make them fail.
Thank you, Ms. Potter, and thank you, Mr. George, for sharing with us all the wonderful things that we can look forward to from Project X Band. We have been speaking with Ms. Potter and Mr. George here at Her Majesty's Prison. Thank you. I have been your GIS host, Bria Smith.
It's funny enough, me hand. Black is sudden and me face. From face in a little face. I look in the biggest place.
It's Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. Oh, it's Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. Boom, 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 boom.